I've got a goon, a slave, really, a coworker. We'll call him a coworker. I got a guy. You ever got a guy, a coworker, or something? He's like he's like a junkie. He's no good at his job. Somehow he gets along by the skin of his teeth, and there's really not a lot going on with them teeth. If you really want to do an investigative sort of report on the teeth situation, there's not a lot there. But anyway, you got a guy, you work with him all the time, and every day he needles at you. There's just it's the little things. You know what I'm talking about? There's like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying, right? There's like these little tiny, you just get annoyed, right? And then you finally say something to them, and then they have a problem with that. So now they're needling you on purpose, and they poke you, and they poke you, and they poke you. And you're a normal, nice guy. You're an everyday, average Joe sort of fella. You never, would hurt a fly. You never befront nobody. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in the situation where you are the hornet's nest. And this dude, if he pokes you one more time, it's going to be a problem. I got a guy like that. His name is Comedy Shaman. Urquit, you ever click anything that sounds like Comedy Shaman before?
Once or twice.
Great. So if you could maybe click push to talk, then that would be great. So the point is, you know who I'm talking. Urquit, I'm sorry to call you. You were clicking, though. You were clicking just now.
No,
and it's this funny thing. When you got a guy that works for you, and they're just needling you with this annoying little habit of theirs over and over again. You just hear this.
I was just giving an example.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like that click. Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar to that click in a way, where I keep hearing this little click. I go live for sure. It's one thing in the cult where it's just us hearing it. Then I go live for a show and I'm hearing the click. And now I'm becoming the hornet's nest. Now, I've never wanted to hurt physically anybody. Okay, now that's not true. I've never wanted to hurt anybody that I wasn't in a relationship with. And it kind of does it to you. It's sort of similar to the goon alarm in a way, where you hear that little chirp enough times, and if you are of normal capacity, let's say, it starts doing something to your brain. And you have two choices in that moment. You've got that chirp going off in the back of your head. You got two choices. At a certain point, you can either A, react, or B, let it go. And if you let it go, an interesting thing happens. Again, like with the smoke detector, if you just let the smoke detector go, you become crazy. In the short term, reacting to something, especially physically, especially in an over-the-top way, in the short term, that seems like the crazy option. In the short term, that seems like you can't do something like that. But in the long term, if you go the route of ignoring, you slowly become maddened. You slowly become crazier. You slowly become worse. You slowly become the guy sitting there clicking. See, Urquit doesn't hear the click anymore. Okay? He's doing it 24/7. How do I know? Because I hear him 24/7. Clicking, clicking, clicking. That's Comedy Shaman. That's what's been going on in my head. I've tried everything in my power to just let this guy go. He was one of our top goons. I mean, he's right up there. If we were making a tier list today, who's doing more good for the world than Comedy Shaman when it comes to solving world comedy? It's just about nobody. And I said, let him go. Let him be free. He's had too much. In fact, it got so bad. This is not a joke. It got so bad that Comedy Shaman actually attempted to quit the internet so that he could undo being a public figure. Now, I don't think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to just take that back. Oopsies, takesy backsies on that. Sorry, I don't want anyone to know who I am anymore. He actually, and this is true, take a look at this. He deleted his YouTube channel in an effort to make everything go away. I think he detected that maybe he'd been needling for too long.
Chat.
It was very quiet. Hang on.
All right. I'm going to go live for a few minutes, and then the channel's gone. I've thought about this for a while. It's time to pull the plug. I'm in a really fucking dark place. This YouTube
physically.
Discord ain't helping. I have maybe like one friend.
And
Discord,
that friend's name, by the way,
than
is Jesse PS. See, Shaman, I have been your best friend through all of this, and I know he'll be watching this. I've been your best friend because I've been sitting there taking it. I've been sitting there as you hit the back of my head and just smiling through it. And now, I'm getting crazy. It's become too much. When he ended the YouTube channel, I tried to look away. I tried to stop paying attention. And then something interesting happened. Someone showed up in my Discord. There's an interesting character. I don't know if you guys remember this. It sounded like it was a type of voice we don't typically hear in there. Sort of an urban kind of guy. Okay? A very ghetto gagger style voice where he would come in and he would just repeat the same 5 or 6 catchphrases over and over again. Now, you know how I feel about catchphrase comedy. This guy would come in. Does anybody here remember, Henchman, what were the catchphrases this guy would say? Do you remember any of this stuff now?
Rumbum. Wait, which one are we talking about? The guy that would say, "That's wonderful."
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. I know you're lying.
I know you lying. Fuck them. Yeah, you go. Fuck them. I know you lying. Every single thing he
Ain't
said
that
was this.
Wonderful?
This was like 2 weeks of this guy showing up and just saying these things. And everybody is going crazy. All the henchmen are trying to figure out, what is this? What is going on? What's happening? And I knew the answer. I knew the whole time. In my head, I went, now that's not Shaman's voice, but this is somehow Comedy Shaman. How did I know? Because I was getting smacked in the back of the head. I would know that chirp from anywhere. Now, eventually he revealed himself to be Shaman. This man who left the internet, who begged to be left alone, who now claims he's no longer a public figure, of his own volition, showed back up onto my doorstep, set foot into my cult, knocked on the door of the awful drome and said, "Let me in." And when he did that, he had the nerve to say this. And of course, it is not playing. That's cool. All right. Hang on a second. This, my music app is, wow, it won't close. I can't minimize it. And it will not play anything. Perfect. Now, I don't normally use this app. This is the first time I was ever attempting to do something as stupid as use this piece of crap, because I don't listen to music, because I got musical anhedonia. And now I cannot shut this down even. This is nuts. Okay, let's try a different way then. I will bring it up like this. So we've got a recording here of the fella showing up. And here we go. Perfect. And let's go to, I believe this was the timestamp. He shows up and he has the nerve to say this.
We love you.
Just misfed.
Just apologize to Jesse.
You missed somebody.
Jesse? No, I'm going to make some threats tonight.
You're not going to do shit.
Okay. Just like I didn't do shit with the Vimeo? Okay.
Do shit.
He's going to make some threats tonight. I've been activated. I don't know what's going on. I'm feeling a little kooky. It might be time to bring back Comedy Shaman. It might be time to show Shaman just why this was the worst idea he could ever have. I got to make something clear before we go into this full episode, which you will have access to in the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza for this full episode. Let me just tell you this. Comedy Shaman, you're a public figure, whether you like it or not. And I'm about to prove it tonight. And you are a public figure forever.
The internet's as real as reality, okay? You need to get that through your heads. Your heads. Not mine. Not mine.
Who you trying to convince? Welcome, PodAwful. I'm your host, Jesse P.S. Welcome to the Awful Drome. Happy to be here. Hi, henchman. Thank you for joining me.
Hello.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi. Now I gotta figure out this little issue I'm having here just to get things started. I'm very sorry, but I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is a very strange thing that's happening on my system right now. The goo is warm, and yet I'm still experiencing some problems here. So if you'll just give me 1 second while we get through this. Somebody read the chat. We're live over at podawful.tv. Somebody read me some good chats, please.
All right.
That theory cannot be proven.
Greatest intros in the game. That's Lucas Molyneux.
Wow, thank you.
Micro Manson. Comedy Shaman covers cringe versus cringe all by themselves.
Wow. Yeah,
Very
by the
true.
way, we now have a micro man. You've heard Mini Manson. We now have a micro Manson. It's even smaller than Mini Manson. Any other good ones in there?
Let's see. Shaman brought out Jesse's sicko mode, says Earl Paka.
Yes, I am.
Are you going sicko mode?
No, I am. I'm going sicko
Okay.
mode. He's like, here's the order of operations here. We go try to be cool mode, sicko mode, red mode. You don't want to bring back red mode. And then, and this is this is pulling out all the stops, okay? This is no holds barred. If we have to go there, I don't
Where's
want this.
bread mode? Where's bread mode though?
Bread mode is way
bread mode.
That's what I
Bread mode.
You are interrupting me to say the thing I just said. Bread mode is, and again, I'm feeling a little slapped in the back. I might be going bread mode right now, Scott.
I thought you said red mode.
No shit.
Did you say red bone?
What'd you say?
We just call it breado.
All right, forget all that, because the point is, at the absolute end of the earth, if I have to go the worst we ever go, I'm going nega mode.
No.
You do not want to see me go nega mode. Trust me, you will not like me at my nega.
I don't even want to think about it.
Should I give you a little taste of nega?
Oh,
yeah.
scary.
Hey, nigga, please.
I wanted to point out that you pioneered red mode.
That's
You
true.
pioneered red mode, and then Flesh Simulator went red mode.
Flesh
in his
Simulator
recent
went-
activities.
Flesh Simulator.
He's currently red mode.
Flesh Simulator has gone red mode, and he has not left red mode. And we might have to excavate him into nega mode just to reset the system. A lot of people keep reaching out to me about Flesh Simulator. Friend of the show, by the way, I'm gonna. You know what? I think this is fine. I think I can say this. Actual friend, Flesh Simulator. He's going through a tough time. Maybe I should I speak on this a little bit? Is this the wrong, maybe a different episode? Is this the wrong venue to speak on this? I don't know.
You know, I heard somebody mentioned the other night that the best shows are when you get rambling on a subject that isn't the show. And those are the hottest moments.
That's true. I agree with that, but we also got to go to the pizza fund here in a bit. So, oh man, you don't want to see me at my nega.
Whoa.
You do not want to see me at my nega. Please don't make me
Nega,
even.
please.
Nega, please.
Nega for me.
Whoa.
All right. Stop that. Stop. Okay.
That's 2 months.
People got.
They're saying speak your mind, King. They're saying speak your mind, King.
Listen, and I say this with all love and here's the thing. I keep getting people trying to bait me into going, oh, hey, Flesh Simulator is kind of gooning out right now. Somebody did that today. He's gooning. Even some of you guys have tried to pull this one on me.
Not me.
No. Flesh Simulator is in a real bad spot right now. If you don't know, he has been horrifically harassed, gang stalked, gaslit. Honestly, everything that's happened to him is stuff we do to people. So if I feel kind of bad, because right now, he would hate PodAwful Cult if he knew all the shenanigans we get up to, considering what he's going through. I think normally he likes the kind of stuff we do, but now it's happening to him. And it's bad. But here's what I'll say is we are cartoons. We do cartoon and villainy around here. And what he's going through is like just straight up psycho nonsense. Total formerly leftist freaks. Psychosexual, gay, toe-tapping, Friends of Dorothy style. They're, riding the other end of the bus, if you know what I'm saying. We
can't be expected to have our own antidote. That's not our responsibility to be our own doctor.
I don't think that's what anybody's expecting. I think they want me to turn Flesh Simulator into goon. Not happening. I love Flesh Simulator. Okay?
You want to simulate
if that's what you thought was going to happen, you were wrong. And by the way, I disagree. I don't think he has gooned out. Here's what I think. Here's my take. Okay? This is my Flesh Simulator take. Again, if you don't know what's going on, he's got some like Hassan Piker style lefty guys, which he's a lefty. So that's what makes it so insane. They don't like that he talks to people that aren't the same politics as him. And this is why politics is gay, evil, and unfunny. And unfunny, by the way, is another word for evil.
Aren't we lefty guys as well?
I'm nothing. I don't even have hands. So these guys have like turned on him, and they're all in a group DM, and they're just doxing his family members and stuff, giving out, and they gave out his info, and he just rolled with it. It was no big deal. Howling Mutant style. He was like, okay, yeah, my name's Thomas, I guess. So now that's everybody knows. And he didn't care. But then it was, because that didn't work, they went harder. And now they're trying to get more stuff. And so then he put out an extremely funny video of him covered in blood, full red mode, halfway doxing these guys back. Just enough that for them to know that he knows who they are, which is crazy. He did the funniest thing ever. And this is why I will always be Flesh Simulator. Pilled. I'm flesh pilled. This is why I'm on his side. Is he paid $1,000 to AI agents to just comb all of these guys' profiles and figure out everything about them and just get all of their, just in less than an hour, he'd only spent about $100 of the 1,000 and he already had all of their info. Crazy. Just absolutely stuff you love to see on the internet. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. He covers himself in blood. He makes a very funny video. But there's actual true like crimes being committed against him. There's legal matters at hand. He had to take down all of his videos on YouTube I think this was like a suggestion of his lawyer or something, that he should take it down while they're doing some investigating on some of these people, that sort of thing. All of his videos are back up. And by the way, his second channel was always up. All his other social media was always up. But everybody made a big deal out of this. They thought they got him. They thought they nicked him. And so then he came back. He brought back all of the videos on the channel. Now they're out for blood again. They're like, every time he lets it roll off of it. Honestly, you know what's happening with Flesh? Actually, this is a good time to talk about this. You know what's happening with Flesh Simulator? He's getting a couple whacks to the back of the head, and he keeps letting it slide. Maybe that was a mistake. He hits him back, but he hits him back at like 90% power. They're hitting him with everything they got. He gets him with 90% and doesn't take it that whole way. And so every time
half measures.
it's a little over half a measure. And that is probably part of the problem. And so now it's gotten to the point of they started doxing his girlfriend. He's been with the same lady for 10 years. Okay. Like a real, very serious relationship. They started.
You're saying it's run its course.
It has now.
Yeah. Beautiful. Second family.
She had some Chinese thoughts about this. And unfortunately, they doxed her, and then when that wasn't good enough, they started doxing her dad. They started contacting her work. Like really, really, really psycho kind of stuff. What's that, Tom? What? You got some stuff to say?
Nothing.
Go ahead. No, I dare you to say it.
Nothing. Just saying that's terrible.
Really want to go through that? You really want to tread that water? You sure about that, Tom?
That theory cannot be proven.
I believe. What is it? What was the boop? Another one. Boop. Oh, there it goes. Bye bye. Boop. Oh, there it goes. Bye bye. I let a lot of boops happen. Let's just be very clear about this. If anybody knows their Gullard history, they know exactly what's going on right now.
It's just no.
Yeah.
You have any gay thoughts?
I already congratulated you, so we can move on.
Okay, we'll move on then. So anyway, she had some Chinese thoughts about this. She left Flesh Simulator. They're not together anymore. It's just like crazy. That's crazy. That they broke up.
Explains why he's.
Go ahead.
That explains why he's threatening to milk people on Twitter.
I think he was probably doing that before that. Maybe that's why she decided to leave. Who knows? Yeah, it's very. Again, Flesh is so funny. Like through all of this, his responses are still always jokes, even when they are crazy and over the top. And I fully see why people, unfunny, evil losers from the outside would see his honestly fairly measured responses to the things happening to him and go, ooh, this guy's unhinged. But he's being funny. I think it's a fairly measured response to all the stuff that happened to him for him to go, I'm going to saw you in half. Which is, I believe, one of his actual real threats. So here's my take on this, and I hope this is taken in the spirit it's intended. I already know everything that's happening here. I've seen all this before. I already had a Maddox. Okay. This is actually, and I hate to use Flesh Simulator as some sort of, social experiment. And, he's going through a real tough time here. But I got to be honest, this is a fascinating look at what should have been when it came to Maddox. Because I'll tell you right now, Flesh Simulator just started a GoFundMe thing to raise money to sue these guys. He's starting, I don't know if people are calling it a lawsuit, but he's starting a lawsuit. And what happens next will determine whether or not people decide this is a lawsuit. Now, there are plenty of people who are losing faith in Flesh Simulator and ready to make that jump, ready to say he's a lol cow. They're trying to milk him. He's had friends turn on him now that saw blood in the water, and now they're trying to make a little something off of him. By the way, it really hasn't amounted to anything for any of these guys who did it. For all of their troubles to flip on him, they've earned nothing off of it. It's actually very pathetic. But Maddox, what happened to Maddox was psycho, insane, fucked up, crazy, just crazy. Because again, I saw it from
sometimes funny. Sometimes funny.
It was sometimes funny. Hey, some of the things that have happened in Flesh Simulator, sometimes funny. Not most of them, sometimes funny. And I think that's why he was willing to be funny back. Because he thought, oh, this is funny internet stuff. And then when that didn't work out for them, they took it to that next level. Yeah. So
spamming him with SpongeBob gifs didn't send him over the edge, and he thought it was funny.
Yes.
And he played along with it, and then they didn't like that.
People don't understand that this is a character on the internet. And this isn't like a secret or anything either. He's over, he's playing himself in a heightened way. Maddox was the same thing. And I sat there and I saw everything going on behind the scenes. I know everything that nobody else was privy to, nobody got, including things I've still never said on this show. Most of it at this point has been told even by Maddox himself when he put out that video years later, way too late. But I thought that video was great, actually. It was just 1,000 years too late. But
it's too long.
I don't think that was a problem. Have you been on the internet and seen the length of videos? Do you know how long this episode is going to be? It's just about comedy, Shaman. So it's going to be real long now that I'm talking about Flesh Simulator instead. So I told Maddox from the beginning, you got to respond out loud. You have to address the stuff that Dick Masterson and his cronies are doing to you. It was the exact same setup, exact same scenario. Maddox's when he did reply was he did say funny stuff. He did do funny things. He's coming at it from the same angle as Flesh Simulator. They're both like lefty gay lords about certain things. And doesn't make them bad guys, doesn't make them doesn't make them suck entirely. But certain opinions they hold are similar in that way. And unfortunately, that is the chink in their armor in both cases, is it's unbecoming. Maddox's response to certain things was in a very tattletale way, was in a very lefty, cancel culture-y type way.
Female. It was a female way.
It is feminine. That is, nobody would disagree with that. That's lefty stuff, is just female brained. And Flesh Simulator is a lefty, and he's made no bones. That's what makes it so crazy for him, is that the people coming after him are lefties. He's just not lefty enough for them. And so that is the one difference with the Maddox scenario, is that all the guys coming after him were on the opposite side of the political spectrum from him. With Flesh Simulator, he's doing the same thing. His reaction to this is funny, comedy, hit back. And then, unfortunately, I'm not saying it's even wrong to do. I'm just saying optically, for the internet, for the guys who are on his side in his audience, they don't like this kind of thing. And when he starts going like, I'm going to sue him, then everybody remembers he's Jewish. And he doesn't care, by the way. I know he does not care about that. But I'm just saying that's what's happening. That is the actual, these are the course of events. These are the facts. But it is certainly working in his favor way more than it worked in Maddox's favor, because he instantly replied and he hasn't stopped. And as much as everybody's trying to make that seem like it's bad, oh, how dare you reply to the guys who are trying to kill you and ruin your life? That's what's happening. He's got guys trying to murder him and ruin his life and everyone he knows lives. They're going on Twitter under his real name and admitting to being pedophiles and all this kind of stuff.
Somebody was impersonating him on Twitter, and when he made a joke acting like the person that was impersonating him was his alt account, they immediately fired off a tweet that was like, the bottom of a laptop opened up with like some suspicious, like, not good things that I'm not going to say on stream on it, and then said he was getting on a flight to go see Hassan Piker.
Right.
You can imagine they were trying to frame him.
It's stuff like that. Like, if they did half of the things they were doing, still doing some of these things, but just half as much, it wouldn't be really that big of a deal, to be honest. It's a volume thing. It's an amount. This isn't even a measured response to something. He didn't do anything. There was no back and forth. He never punched without them punching first, and he let them punch a bunch of times.
Well, what you don't understand is he did a video with Sam Hyde. That's
the craziest part. Is that is the thing that made them the most mad. Is he didn't even do a video with Sam Hyde.
He did one for him.
He made a video, and then Sam Hyde put it on his platform so Flesh Simulator could make money. Sam didn't make the video. He had no part in making the video. Maybe he floated him some money. I don't even think that's true. I don't think he was given. I don't think there's even like a producer sort of thing where he was given money to make it. I think it's just that he made money through their website. It's just a platform like YouTube. So that is the dumbest game. So I see a lot of support in chat right now. Flesh is cool. We like Flesh. Flesh rules though. Yeah. So this is the way I've watched. I've watched it with great interest because one, it's funny. And two, it's like seeing the Maddox thing go the way it was meant to go. And the funniest part for me is a lot of the dudes who went after Maddox, who fucked with Maddox, who called Maddox a lol cow, they're the guys supporting Flesh Simulator right now. There's no difference. There's no difference. All of the stuff with Maddox was just made up crap. Just based on nothing. Just based on a silly disagreement. Wasn't a political one, but it was a silly disagreement and nothing more.
You did have those silly bed sheets, though.
And absolutely, you're allowed to make fun of the bed sheets. Yeah, the bed sheets are ridiculous. Guess what? He was in on the joke of those being silly. Like, I can't believe this needs to be explained. Do you think Maddox put slime sheets with a smiley face on his bed, not thinking that was silly and goofy and funny? By the way, I was at his house. He didn't have those sheets on his bed when he went to sleep. Okay? That's a joke. He put it there for that photo he took. You know? Anyway, so I don't want to relitigate the whole Maddox thing, but, obviously I am a little apprehensive about the lawsuit aspect of this. I'm interested to see which way it goes, and good luck to Flesh Simulator. I hope he nukes these retards from orbit. Fucking tungsten rods. The rods of God fall from low Earth orbit directly into their eyeballs and explode them from the inside out. It would be very, very funny, but I would like to caution him, maybe don't, completely dismiss all gang stalking activities right away. I know it must suck to be on that end of gang stalking, but gang stalking is pretty fun too and has its benefits. So, let's just leave. There's a gray area. Can we say there's a gray area? I get it. You've been hit in the back of the head enough. I'm right there with you. Here's how I got hit in the back of the head. Comedy Shaman. Okay? Remember Comedy Shaman? We're on that. Or what are people agreeing or disagreeing with me in the chat about the flesh simulator thing? Do they care?
Let's see.
Yeah, what do they think? You went to sleep with Maddox? Yeah, I curled up in the slime sheets like a good guest. Yeah. Of course I went to sleep with Maddox. Why wouldn't I? The dude
I can't tell if,
on the red couch.
I can't tell if this is pro or anti-Fletch. Bank Leak said Fletch could make a tutorial video making adrenochrome from a real baby, and he'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah,
one.
you know why? Jester's privilege. I agree with that message wholeheartedly. I agree with because you know what? It would be a very funny baby milking video.
Can you milk a baby?
Well,
they got nipples too, Craig. So okay, anyway. Comedy Shaman. Where do I even begin with this Comedy Shaman thing? We never really watched his final video on the stream. I don't know that I want to start here, though. How much of this preview have I wasted? Way too much. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit more of this real quick.
It's just people that see me as not a person. And Thomas, shut the fuck up.
Thomas gone?
No, Thomas gone.
Daily.
The thing that amazes me is how humanity's been lost. I understand I'm a flawed human, very flawed human, but are you serious? No audio? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Okay, so you can kind of see where that's going. We'll come back to that in just a second. I think I accidentally just went ahead and switched this over to the Pizza Fund. I literally did not mean to do that. Whatever. You know what? Fuck it.
The YouTubers don't get to hear about the new special thing.
Should I fix it back to that? We're almost done here. All right. You know,
I was hoping to remind you before you jumped over.
All right, let's. They're probably just watching on YouTube anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the thing. He is legitimately. So he showed up in our Discord. We're gonna go through the entire audio of the Discord call, his showing up, and perhaps a little bit of what happened. We've got a lot of Shaman, by the way. The past 3 months have been filled with Shaman, and I kept ignoring getting hit in the back of the head. One of the, I mean, I don't even know what I can say publicly on YouTube about this. There's a reason we're doing Pizza Fund only episodes for this Shaman stuff. This is going to be 2 or 3 Pizza Fund episodes when it comes to catching up with Shaman and what he's been up to. But anyway, he shows up. It's very crazy. He's very confrontational. I don't know if people ever heard the PodAwful show in the Pizza Fund from back in, I think it was December, where I had the Shaman-frontation. Scott, you were co-hosting that with me. Shaman called in twice. Yep. It was very panicked and stuff. He truly believes that this act of deleting a YouTube channel makes him now fully free and clear, no longer a public figure, and you can't talk about him no more. But he never deleted his TikTok. Did you know he had a TikTok?
No, I did not.
So we're going to take a long, hard look at Shaman's TikTok and learn everything about what was going on there as well. I don't know what we're yelling about!
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
PodAwful.pizza for all of our bonus episodes, primo episodes, this full episode, and much, much more. Now, I'm going to give you a taste of the TikTok here as well before we head on over to our website. The other thing you need to know, though, is let me just give you a timeline of events as best as I can put it together right now. I'm going to need everybody's help, all the henchmen's help on remembering everything, because this is what we're going to be going over in this episode and future episodes with Shaman. Shaman quits the internet. Shaman is still secretly on the internet. And then we discover his insane TikToks. Shaman sends a black man into our Discord to yell catchphrases at us for his own amusement. Shaman shows up, has a freak out. Shaman gets followed to other Discords. Shaman is gang stalked horrifically for threatening PodAwful yet again. Shaman ends up inside of some woman's rental car or something, herfing galaxy gas like it's the end of the world as we know it. Shaman hawks a loogie out of his schnoz so large that they will never, ever, ever get their security deposit back for that rental car. Shaman becomes friends with a cult member who is actively cheering along as he fents himself into a coma. Make that one make sense. I fully disagreed with that decision, but it happened. Shaman has multiple run-ins with yours truly in the world's biggest retard Discord server of all time. So psychotic what happens with Shaman in that server when it's discovered that Shaman is now threatening, and this is a real sentence I'm forced to say, threatening to babysit other people's kids.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
You didn't even know that could be a threat. It's happening. It's here. It's now. It's the 90s. This is something
he was threatening to get a job, basically.
No, he was threatening to watch Wanda's child against her will or something.
No, he's threatening to get a job as a babysitter. That's like,
and move to the same area to do so.
There's a lot of jobs that were threatened and stuff. There's never happened. I'm not sure there is any job at all right now. Shaman threatens my children, threatens other children. Shaman is a threat to children. Shaman gets threatened with one of the worst April Fool's jokes of all time. That was in the timeline there somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where, but we'll figure it out together. And I might be skipping some more stuff here, but it all culminates in what can only be described as Shaman's height investigation. Shaman is now claiming that not only is he the most muscular man on earth, but that he is tall. And unfortunately for Shaman, we've got eyes. We will be doing full investigations in the Pizza Fund. Let's take a look at one of Shaman's last TikToks.
Hey, just a reminder in case you guys need it. Everything in this world's a fucking illusion. From this video, to the shitty graphics on my phone, to the lack of sleep that I have from working night shift. Everything's an illusion, guys. So don't trip about it. Nobody gets out alive anyways. Hey, just a reminder.
And this was recorded last year. That became more prescient than we could ever possibly have imagined with the things that happened in this shamanic timeline. Now, I also see right before we go here that I am getting a message from a friend of the show named Black Metal Troy. He says, "Let me in, won't let Mr. Joking VC. I think he meant it won't let him join the VC. I don't know. I don't even see him at all. I don't know how do we do this.
I'm talking to him. He's in the bathroom right now. I'm talking to him. He doesn't understand. He thinks we're just hanging out.
Okay, he's stuck in the bathroom. Can you tell him join tell him join water cooler? He should be able to join that. We could just drag him in here real quick.
All right.
Guys, you need to meet my friend Troy. I think we're going to have an episode with Troy coming up here soon. You're going to love Troy, Black Metal Troy. Okay, so we'll come back to the Shaman TikToks in just a bit here as well. We're going to go through the entire call with Shaman into the Discord where he goes scorched earth and absolutely loses his mind over it. Let me actually find that while we're getting Black Metal Troy in here.
While you're doing that, can I tease one word?
Please.
We're on YouTube, right?
We're on YouTube.
Okay. The one word that everyone will learn tonight that they never knew before is monkey dump.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh my, how did I forget? Guys,
I almost think the YouTube people should see monkey dump.
I know. Maybe the next episode's preview. We might have to do it in the next episode's preview because wait until you see the monkey dumping.
If you can't wait, join the Discord.
Are we going to be covering monkey dump and pizza fun tonight, or is that another?
It depends. I don't know. This is definitely at least 2 episodes. I don't know what we're going to get to in this one.
Okay.
But this preview's already gone on too long, and I still have one thing left to do. I made a promise a long time ago about this. I said it's going to happen. People keep asking me about it. It's finally here. I made sure to have this ready for our big Shaman return. Ladies and gentlemen, new on awful.tech, the PodAwful software superstore, it is the big Shaman t-shirt. Okay? Everybody's been waiting for this big Shaman boomer surf shop slop shirt. Say that 5 times fast. Remember Big Johnson t-shirts? Did you ever go to the surf shop with your aunt who's a boomer and you were embarrassed to look at all of the shirts she thought was funny? Well, they're back again, and now they're called Big Shaman. This is Big Shaman elevators. You'll have a nice ride from top to bottom with your perfect woman. Big Shaman. Take a look at that beautiful shirt. Available now over at awful.tech. Go pick one up today. Big Shaman. What can I even say about this? You guys know the elevator
only
question.
Available in the worst material. It's going to fall apart immediately.
Yeah, should I read the description? Here's the description. You're on an elevator alone when on walks your perfect woman. She's your perfect woman. Exactly your type. Every feature you were attracted to, made by God and science to be your perfect woman. Perfect hair, perfect body, perfect face. She's even wearing the perfect shirt. The kind of shirt you only wear when the airport lost your luggage on the way to Daytona Beach and your boomer aunt knows exactly where to go for a replacement. Your perfect woman knows just what you like. She's hot to trot and your heart races faster. She walks right up to you, leans in really close and whispers in your ear, "Let's have gay sex." What do? Well, if you're a comedy shaman, you already know the answer. This shirt has all the surf shop slop features you're looking for. Shitty, scratchy material, a print that will fade after one wash, and a design that is going to get you suspended when you get back to school and you refuse to turn the shirt inside out in class. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Big Shaman Elevators, big boy, big time t-shirt. Make sure you order this 2 sizes bigger than what you normally would wear. Big Shaman. Are people excited about the shirt? Do they like it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is available right now. It is on the store right now. You can go there and get it. Go to the main page. It's right there. I just threw it right at the top. It's also part of the Pay Sell capsule. So if you want to get any of the other Pay Sell capsule t-shirts along with it, I think you get $10 off if you get 2. So there you go. And by the way, canonically, so here's Shaman, and he's surrounded by 4 very beautiful ladies. Absolute sluggers, these ladies. And they've all... Shapely, yeah. There's a lot going on there.
Your perfect woman.
These are your perfect women, and canonically, this one right here is Feds. That's canonical. So, everybody, take a good hard look at the big Shaman shirt. We'll see you over in the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Sorry, nigga. I'm Tom Gully, and you're watching Is This Live, the show.
This content right here
on the PodAwful TV network
is Pizza Fun's own.
PodAwful.pizza.
This shit is beefer. You're listening to Howdy Do with J. Crew.
PodAwful.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.
Nigga.
Thanks to Awful Tech, I've got more time to spend with my family.
Thanks to Awful Tech, I can breathe again.
Thanks to Awful Tech, I can hang with my friends, feel young again, and live my best life.
Talk to your doctor today to see if Awful Tech Capsule Concepts is right for you.